Hello YouTube, my name is Legend of DS and welcome to a discussion video, one that I normally don't do, a lot of discussion videos. This one I had to do it because earlier today Nintendo announced that Metroid Prime 4 has been going through major shifts. The first thing they announced is that the game is now going to be delayed. The work that has been going on for the past 2 years were not good enough for Nintendo, so they pushed the game back. Not only did they push the game back, they have now changed development teams. Before it was a brand new team at Nintendo, we don't know where. Allegedly, it was supposed to be handled by Bandai Namco. It was going to be worked on by the team that made or was making Star Wars 1313, that eventually was cancelled, I believe, by EA, I'm not too sure. Allegedly, that's what was going on. That was the people that were behind it. But Nintendo has since found out that the game wasn't up to their standards. So not only did they push back, they changed teams. It's now going to be with Retro Studios. Retro Studios is now making the game, and I wanted to make this video more specifically to talk about the changes we can expect coming after this news dropped, and my expectations not only for Metroid Prime but for the rest of the year from Retro, and something regarding this entire month of January and, technically speaking, the Game Awards. So let's get started off obviously with looking at the good or the possible. I think right now this to me kind of confirms that we'll be getting a Nintendo Direct next week. Why, you might ask? Why does it? Because Nintendo would not want a news like this to faster around the Direct. Or for too long before, because it's negative news no matter what. The game has been delayed. Metroid Prime 4, one of the most anticipated games from Nintendo, has been delayed for God knows how long. It went through apparently development hell. Basically, it's changing development teams back to Retro Studios. So Nintendo will want to clear the air and give us good news, and good news about themselves around that time period. But before, I thought that maybe Nintendo was gonna wait until the 31st because that's the day that they have their their investors meeting. I was like, maybe they're gonna drop a little bit of their online sale, or not the online sales, of the sales of the Switch, the trajectory, the projections, and maybe that's what's happening, and they're just wanting to keep us, and they want good news around it. But now with this announcement, I think that Nintendo wanted Metroid Prime to be a part of the Nintendo Direct. Showcases an update, giving us footage. I think the same thing was going to be at the Game Awards. It's good to remember that it was teased by Jeff Keighley that Prime 4 was going to be in. Some people have speculated that maybe Persona 5 was going to be announced in this Nintendo Direct alongside Joker being revealed for a character for Smash, or because with this news and with the tease of Prime 4 at the Game Awards and the fact that we didn't get anything at the Game Awards, that maybe that was the plan, and they had to rush everything out because the game was not up to standards for Nintendo. And they waited one more month and see to see if they had made enough development progress, and if the game was in a presentable state for it to show it in the Direct alongside everything else. But it clearly wasn't, and they changed gears to give it to Retro Studios, and that's why I think the Direct is coming next week. They don't want this around for too long. Plus, it just feels right to have a Direct, because it wouldn't feel right to have a Direct, like, let's say, like, me and other people were predicting, like, the 3rd, the 10th, the 17th, the 24th, the dates that Nintendo would have a Nintendo Direct. Let's say that they had a Direct, but no Prime was shown. And then today of all days, the 25th, Nintendo would give us a pipe bomb like this, that Prime 4 has been delayed. This is an actual delay, by the way. This is not me, like many people would report on. Prime 4 has been delayed and it didn't have a release date. If Nintendo came out and said, like, there's been a problem with the development and the game's coming out in 2020, people like, game has been delayed, guys, delayed. The fact the game would never have been delayed because there was never a release date. This, however, it is delayed because Nintendo themselves have said, start from scratch. If the game's development is restarting from the beginning, there is going to be a delay, no matter how many times they never give even the fact that they didn't give us a release date. Starting from scratch means that the game had an intended release date and now it doesn't. It's been delayed, pushed back. So yeah, they wouldn't want this surrounded the Nintendo Direct. Not only that, but a couple of days ago, it was datamined, or yesterday I think, was datamined that Smash Brothers would be getting a 2.0 update. Well, today, if you boot up your Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, it will tell you on your news section that 2.0 is coming within the week. So in the next 7 days, it's coming. What day is today? The 25th of January. When, if we count an entire week, 7 days, that leads us to February 1st. February 1st is a Friday, the first day of February, one day after the Nintendo reports for their investors meeting, and just happens to be a Friday, which is right around, which would be the day after a Direct. So my opinion is that Nintendo announced this today, so that next week, alongside with the Smash update, they can talk about they have a Direct on the 31st, and then announce a bunch of other stuff, show us the stuff that they want to show us, and announce Piranha Plant will be coming in the Smash Bros. Update 2.0. They already are starting to gear up for it. So yeah, and it feels like Prime was going to be a major announcement or a showcase at the Direct. But the other good thing that has come out from this is that I think, here's the thing, this might sound a little bit of a hopeful, but I do believe that Nintendo is gearing itself up for a not Super Smash Bros. To announce whatever Retro Studios has been working on. Because here's the thing, my mentality about this is that there's no way in hell, Nintendo cannot be that dumb to be like, you know, this studio has been making Metroid Prime 4 for 2 years and have gotten nowhere with it. Basically, we don't know how well it was not up to standards at the very least. That's what they told us. So they're not up to standard. You know what? Retro Studio hasn't done a single game since Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, which is a good game, by the way, very good game, but still, it's been 5 years. In 2013, basically, the game was delayed from 2014 to 2014, but it's still 2013 was when the game was going to be out, and it came out in February. So basically, the game was ending development around 2013, but still. They haven't done anything in 5, almost 6 years. So let's give them the Metroid Prime IP. They have not done anything since then. Their games have been having some issues. They haven't done anything. There's rumors about the game about them having a cancelled project and them working on Star Fox Grand Prix. Yeah, they're the ones. 5 years without doing anything. They'll be doing better than the other team. But wait a minute. Wasn't the other team in 2 years doing nothing and them doing, or in 5 years doing nothing? You're gonna give them the game? Exactly. You've done nothing for 5 years, that means we can trust them. To me, that makes no sense. Why, if Retro Studios games have been in development hell, if Retro Studios games have been canned, like some people have speculated, if they haven't done nothing in 5 goddamn years, why would they give Retro Studios Metroid Prime 4, a game that in the video that they put out in the development about the delay and about the rescrap and the restart in development, that they weren't confident in the quality of the game before? Why would they give it to a team that right now has not been working on anything for 5 years, or in the 5 years they have been since the last game, almost 6 at this point, has done absolutely nothing? That makes no sense to me. If Retro Studios really has been doing jack and shit for the past 5 years, if they had games that were cancelled, if games have been going through development hell at Retro, why would they give Metroid Prime 4, a game that they themselves consider to be important and that the fan base is passionate about? Why would they give it to a team that has done nothing in 5 years or has been going through a lot of issues? That's what gives me confidence that not only is Retro Studios done with their latest project and it's coming out this year, they're going to be talking about it in this Nintendo Direct. And it's going to be revealed and announced, announced and revealed, obviously the same thing, but it's coming out in the near future, be it Star Fox Grand Prix, something else. I think so, because also it wouldn't make no sense if the game has been, or if they had a game in development for 5 years. If it wasn't in development hell, why would they give a game like Prime 4, a game that was going through development hell, to a team that was going to be a part of development hell again? And if the other game they're working on for the 5 years or 4 years or 3 years is almost done, why would they cancel that game? Makes no sense to me. So to me, that's the other thing. Retro's game is ready. Retro's game is almost out. Retro's game might just be going through quality insurance, and be it like Mario Odyssey. Odyssey was ready to go at the launch of Nintendo Switch. And then Nintendo said, no, we have Breath of the Wild, let's have this for the holiday season, and bam, chadaisy, there we go. done. We have the game going. Good job, guys. Let's keep it up. And that's why to me it makes more sense that the game is in fact done. Now, another thing that people have been asking is like, why did Nintendo make the announcement 2 years ago about Prime 4 being in development? Well, they announced it because of you idiots on the internet. Because idiots on the internet would have been like, E3 comes around, 2017 E3 comes around. The spotlight happens, no mention of Metroid, no mention of Prime 4. The Nintendo Treehouse Live happens, and the first game we see is Metroid Samus Returns for the 3DS. People would have lost their shit, because hey, we finally got the Metroid game we wanted, but we didn't get it on the Switch, we got it on the 3DS. People would have been bitchy about it, and you know this as well as I do. Now I need to almost finish this video up quickly because I only have 5 minutes of battery life. But anyway, one more thing before I end off the video is that I believe right now that we've all been speculating this, that Prime Trilogy HD would be coming for the Nintendo Switch sooner or later. With this announcement of a delay and the restart, I feel like Nintendo will do it. I was a bit iffy about it when, because the trilogy is 3 games in HD, so you don't want to release the 3 games and cause burnout a year before the game comes out, or Prime 4 coming out. If Prime 4 now is a 2021 title, then yeah, releasing it, the Prime Trilogy in HD this year makes a lot of sense. And yeah, that'll be it for this video, and I really have to basically wrap this up quickly because I'm almost running out of battery on my camera. But anyway, tell me in the comment section, what do you think about the delay? Do you think it's a good thing, a bad thing? Are you disappointed? Obviously, we are all disappointed. Do you expect Retro's game and Metroid Prime Trilogy HD to come out in this year? And when do you think Prime 4 is gonna be launching? Do you think it's gonna be 2020, 2021? Personally, I'm leaning more to 2021, giving it a clean 2 years of development cycle. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I've been the Legend of DS. See you guys next time.